Episode 2 of Daredevil Born Again builds directly on the chaos of the first episode. The story now becomes more personal, more psychological, and more focused on identity. The question is no longer just who controls the city, but also who controls the truth about who people are. The episode begins with Cherry barely alive after his cardiac arrest. This moment immediately grounds the story in consequences. The violence from the previous episode has real effects, and people are paying the price for being involved in this fight. Matt watching from a distance is important. He is close enough to care, but far enough that he can't safely act. This reflects his current situation. He is trapped between wanting to help people directly and needing to stay hidden to continue the larger fight. At the same time, Matt is studying the knife left by Bullseye. The knife is more than just a weapon. It represents confusion and unpredictability. Matt doesn't know if Bullseye is helping him, manipulating him, or setting him up for something worse. This explores the theme of uncertainty. Nobody fully understands what side anyone is on anymore. When Bullseye goes looking for Sister Maggie, it reveals something important about his mindset. He knows Matt's identity, and he is preparing leverage in case he needs it. Even though Maggie isn't there, the intention matters. Bullseye is trying to gain control over Matt through emotional pressure. This mirrors what Fisk does, but in a different way. Where Fisk controls systems, Bullseye controls people through fear. Fisk practicing boxing isn't just a random detail. It's symbolic. He's performing strength. He wants people to see him as powerful, disciplined, and in control. However, the moment he hears about what happened with Matt, Cherry, and Bullseye, he loses that control and kills his trainer. This shows the truth behind the performance. His strength is built on anger and instability. The contrast here is important. Fisk wants to appear like a leader, but underneath that image, he's still driven by rage. One of the smartest moves Fisk makes in this episode is choosing not to expose Matt as Daredevil. Instead, he creates a narrative that Matt is a victim. This decision shows how deeply Fisk understands public perception. If he reveals the truth, he risks creating sympathy for vigilantes. Instead, he twists the situation in a way that benefits him no matter what. By doing this, Fisk achieves two things at once. He weakens Matt's ability to move freely, and he strengthens his own anti-vigilante message.
And for all you rebels, the more you resist, the more you rebel. It hurts my feelings. There's nothing to worry about. I'm keeping you safe. Because remember, I love you, New York. I'm Mayor Fisk, and I approve this lie. I mean message.
The BB report and the growing resistance show that Fisk's control isn't perfect. While he dominates official channels, there is still pushback from the public. The reveal that BB is the one wearing the Fisk mask is important. She represents the idea that information can still be used against power. By leaking footage and exposing cracks in the system, she's fighting Fisk in a different way. Blake's fear of being exposed also shows that even inside Fisk's system, there are weaknesses. At Josie's, Matt and Karen have one of the most important conversations in the episode. Karen wants Bullseye dead because of what he did to Foggy. Her motivation is emotional and personal. Matt, on the other hand, is trying to understand Bullseye's actions. This creates tension between them. It's not just about what to do, but why they're doing it. When they shift focus back to Fisk and the weapons, it shows Matt trying to stay grounded in the bigger picture. However, Karen's anger still influences her decisions later in the episode. The discovery of diapers at the port seems small, but it carries a bigger meaning. It shows how Fisk's operation works. He hides dangerous activities behind normal, harmless-looking ones. Matt realizes that this is a distraction. When the real operation continues at night, it reinforces the idea that truth is often hidden behind what is visible. The anti-vigilante task force continues to become more extreme. Powell's actions and his willingness to bring someone like Cole back into the team show that this is no longer about law enforcement. It's about control through fear and violence. Cole wanting to return despite his injuries shows how this system feeds on anger. People aren't just following orders. They're driven by hatred. This makes the AVTF dangerous in a different way. They're not just tools of Fisk. They're becoming something worse. Bullseye killing the AVTF officers at the hospital changes the dynamic again. Up until this point, Fisk's system felt controlled and organized. But Bullseye disrupts that. He doesn't follow rules. He doesn't care about strategy in the same way Fisk does. His actions introduce chaos into an already unstable situation. Fisk not knowing which side Bullseye is on is key. For the first time, Fisk is dealing with something he can't control.
I know why you're hunting me.
Vanessa's nightmare reveals something important. Even though she's part of Fisk's empire, she's not free from fear. Her vision of Bullseye killing her shows that she understands the consequences of what they have done. Angela taking up the White Tiger suit is one of the most important developments in the episode. It shows that new heroes are being created because of the system's failure. She's not trained like Matt. She's driven by what she has seen and experienced. This makes her both powerful and dangerous. The ending brings everything back to Matt. When the AVTF targets Josie, he has no choice but to act. This moment feels different from earlier fights. It's more direct and more personal. Matt isn't just stopping crime. He's protecting his people. The scene where he holds the officers at gunpoint is important. It shows him stepping closer to the line he refuses to cross. He wants them to feel fear, but he still chooses not to kill. This reinforces his core identity. Even as the world changes, he is trying to hold on to his principles. Karen captures an AVTF officer and suggests that they start hunting the task force. Up until now, they have been reacting. Now they are considering becoming more aggressive. This raises an important question. At what point does fighting injustice start to look like becoming part of it? Karen's decision is understandable, but it's also dangerous. It shows how easy it is to be pulled deeper into the cycle of violence. Episode 2 is about identity, perception, and escalation. Every character is being pushed into a more extreme version of themselves. Fisk is becoming more controlling and unstable. Matt is being forced closer to the edge. Karen is moving toward more aggressive action. Bullseye is introducing chaos into everything, and the public is starting to push back. The system that once held everything together is breaking, and in its place, something more unpredictable is forming. Make sure to like and subscribe if you enjoyed this video, and I will see you in the next one.